It's been a while since this poll has been relevant, but I asked no asking questions, boy or girl, and I think people thought this was gender because teehee. Why did I say teehee? Oh my god! But this will be mermaid listeners with Bakugo, Dragon Bakugo, your child's gender, because guess what's coming next? Spoilers. The walk home from school only dragged on, but walking with Todoroki was definitely worth it. Today, instead of going straight home, he'd invite you to get ice cream, and you decided you guys should hang out at the park. So that's what you guys were doing. Your mind's POV. My mind kept wandering back to his blank expression the other day. I can't understand why such a person in the world always ended up suffering. My gaze wavered from the pavement to the scar on his eye. As he walked, the wind gently tugged at the tips of his bangs. The setting sun gave his gorgeous multicolored eyes a shivering effect. I blushed cherry red. He caught my gawking at him, and I quickly dropped my gaze back to my feet, hiding my face with my fluffy tail. Lynn, is something the matter? Your face is red. I quickly shake my head. No, of course not. Oh, why would there ever be? I trailed off. My voice came out like a squeak. My pink nose twitched. I sent the vanilla and ice caramel drifting away from my face. I pick up and gave up, noticing what? Oh, the scent of vanilla and caramel drafting against my face. I pick up my gaze, noticing the big ice cream truck. Now that's the perfect time to change the subject. So what you gonna get? I beam a bright smile at him. He narrows his eyes as through the brightness seemed to have scolded his redemptions. Probably mint chocolate. And you? I hesitate before throwing my hands behind my back, rocking to my feet anxiously. Well, I'm allergic to chocolate, so I'm gonna stick with plain old vanilla. I giggle, which he quirked an eyebrow. Oh, I forgot to mention, you have like a dog quirk. Sorry. Is there something humorous about ice cream? He questioned. I signed defeat. No, silly. I just really enjoy spending time with you. His eyes seemed to sparkle at my response for just a small second. He blushed vibrantly. Well, I seem to be enjoying our time together as well, Lynn. I rolled my eyes playfully. You don't have to keep calling me that, you know. You can just call me Finn. Why would I call you Finn if your last name is Lynn? He responds. They're both still me. You can call me whatever. He seems shocked at this, but your name's not whatever. It's Lynn Finn. I heaved a long sigh. The couple ahead of us finally leaves. He pulls out his wallet. You don't have to pay for me, Todoroki. He grunts. Nonsense. Besides, my father has one too many credit cards for his own good, and this is the least I can do. We are friends. I chuckled, beaming a bright smile. My tail wags as a pink crept over my cheeks. We sat next to each other over on a bench at the park. He listened closely as I ranted on about my personal issues. There was a lot going on in my life right now, with the internships and certain I and my dad always going ass about the choices that I kept making. I kept waving the ice cream around expectantly, forgetting that I even had it in my hand. I dropped, practically lapped from my hand, hitting him right on the tip of his nose. I giggled. You got a little something. I mentioned towards his face, getting the hint. He tries locating it, but it fails. I smile. Here. The world around us seems to slow down as I gently lean in with the chew. Sorry. As I licked the substance away from with the tip of my tongue. From a distance, it probably would have looked like a peck on the nose. The weird thing was, it felt like that too. Because he and I both found ourselves falling deeper and deeper into one each other's captive, glossy eyes. A gentle blush tinting our features. Thanks, he mutters out. No problem. I beam yet again. This time, mentally face-palming. Now, I finally creep him out, huh? Great. This doesn't stop us from drifting away back into another long conversation. The awkward silence never completely vanished. Instead, it crept its way into the conversation multiple times. It was like an A pattern. We rode the subway together, just like we always did after school, except this time it wasn't really dark outside, and it would have been hard to see if I were crookless. I'd I'd fallen asleep on his shoulder. When he woke me up, our fingers were laced together. When I turned my head, he seemed to have done the same. We gently bumped noses, which caused us to look away bashfully. We rushed to our feet. Sorry. No, I'm the one who should apologize. That was my doing. Don't apologize. I shouldn't have fallen asleep on you like that. He opened his mouth to respond, but instead he didn't. We were literally pushed into each other by people rudely shoving past us to get off the subway. My eyes were widened, and my face was just burning. So was he. I reached for my bag on the floor as he reached for his. I didn't accept things to get any more awkward than they already had, but they did. We butt-headed each other, falling to the ground. After the untangled ourselves, we both anxiously rushed off the subway. Todoroki's POV. Before we drifted apart, she said something I honestly couldn't have accepted. A compilation from the start. I'm not so sure how comfortable I am knowing you're going back to a place that physically harmed you. She trails off, worry drenched in her gaze. I shake my head. There's more to life than my scar. It's proof of my survival. That's why I don't care enough to hide it. She sighs in defeat. She smiles warmly, kissing me lightly on the cheek. What is the purpose behind this? I question. She rolled her eyes. Thanks for everything, Shoto. I'll see you tomorrow. With that, she turns on her heels, idly skipping in the opposite direction. I stood there for a moment, holding my hand against the place she'd kissed. It was directly on my scar, and the way my first name rolled off her tongue, I liked it. It felt different, to say the least. What was this feeling, and why was it attacking me like this? What was happening to me? She accepted me. I couldn't help but smile warmly as I made my way home. I didn't get much sleep last night. I tossed and turned, thinking of her in a repetitive cycle. I pulled up my phone and started typing, almost as though I'd really just simply text her, but I would end up deleting anything I came with. When I woke up, I felt strange, too strange. I started getting ready for school, just as I usually do, trying on a series of different fabrics to make more of the flame-proof for the day. When I went to the bathroom, I scrunched my eyes close. I rubbed away the sleep, running the script for a moment. I washed my face before peering at myself in the mirror. There was something different about my face. I couldn't quite figure it out, at least until it just dawned on me. My scar. What the hell happened to my scar? Physically, I don't know what the hell happens because there is no second part, so I might make my own. But you were supposed to be given a dog quirk, so I really don't know. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. Bye, lovelies!